Ah, yes. Technology, our new invented toy that we love to play with. The same ethics go for technology and the use of it as anything else in this world. And because, for example, this YouTube video could be played in China in less than 30 seconds, we have to monitor everything. I mean, look, the US government was kind enough to give me a red flag just last night when I went too far. But they trusted me enough to put me back on the air. That is why it is good to have a good government. Technology needs to be monitored very closely. There are horrible things that are put up on these sites that influence people to anger, that influence people to to do horrible things. Horrible things. How are we going to monitor this new system? How are we going to monitor without compromising the freedom of speech of people? Well, freedom of speech, showing someone kill another person on YouTube and being happy about it for a wrongful reason is not freedom of speech. It is called the abuse of free speech, in my opinion, and the abuse of violence and disgusting acts on the internet. There are young people who are still rather naive and stupid who post themselves naked on the internet and then cry when shortly thereafter it is a worldwide event and they are now a porn star on YouTube or on whatever. How are we going to monitorize this system? This is going to be one of the great challenges of the future. And I leave it up to the professionals to do the work because I certainly can't monitor it all, obviously, and neither can you. And technology. Yes, we do need a clean cloud. We do need a clean cloud, and otherwise it is chaos and confusion and mixed messages everywhere that will leave people in disarray. It is one of the major problems for which our world is going into a crisis due to this rapid growth in technology with mixed messages and mixed ideologies. Basically, the ideology of neo-Nazism is not something that I go for. The ideology of cults rising and killing for the sake of I don't even know really what are not something that I go for. The more publicity you give to them, the more fear you bring into people, or the more following they will get because they are popular and people don't want to think for themselves. It's too hard. So we are very lucky to have this venue right now because we don't want technology to overwhelm us and overtake us, and nor do we want it to be blocked completely by a government because, but responsibility on the internet is just like anything else. Responsibility, personal responsibility, and new laws have to be made in order to protect the rights of the people to stay relatively clean and relatively innocent of these atrocious acts which are put on the internet for the sake of self-promotion. Okay? Such as my personal favorite, Paris Hilton. Okay? Sorry to say Paris Hilton, but, a spoiled girl who has tons of money, who has ruthlessly glamorized her own vanity so that every non-blonde person can think that they are like shit because they're not as cool? That's just a small example. That's a petty example. But I have a personal peeve with that person. And I'm not afraid to broadcast it because she has the face of what I cannot stand in modern abuses of modern technology. And that's just a small example, people. Such a small example. And I'm sure you've seen worse.